What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. This was entitled Juror Racism. I spoke about similar things involving this a time or two, where, you know, if you get into law enforcement, or if you become a juror and you look at the process, if you're not white, it looks different. What I mean by that is, when I was living in the city, I really never got a juror summons. Apartment, never got a juror summons. Um, when I got a house, I seem to get like at least one a year, and so it's a lot of people. And the crazy part about it is, I've seen a lot of people. Either I've seen people that I work with who wind up having jury summons on the same day. Other people that I've noticed around as I work, have jury summons on the same day. And I realized, um, when I was looking at over the years, that they were picking certain sides of town and certain names. So when you got in there, um, the room was predominantly, it was not a diverse group per se, you know, which, this is America, so you gotta kind of expect that. But then when it came to picking a jury, if the jury is always predominantly white, if it's a white person, if it's a black person, if it's a Hispanic person, it's predominantly white. And what I find crazy about that is, whether the person's male or female, guilty or not guilty, it's weird when you see um, an all-white jury, or majority, 10 to 2, 11 to 1 white jury. And that's the norm. If it's two white people involved in this crime, white plaintiff, white defendant. But you see the same jury if it's a black plaintiff, black defendant. White plaintiff, black defendant. Vice versa. Hispanic, Hispanic defendant, Hispanic, complaint. I just forgot the word already. But if you see two Hispanic people on opposing sides, one defendant, one, prosecutor. Asian, same way. So, and everybody knows this happens normally, and everybody's cool with it. But it was a particular case that's had its like third mistrial that made me do this. A cop shot and killed a young black dude who was trying to shake his hand. He was an off-duty cop. Dude was dating the cop's daughter. He was black, the daughter was white. She introduced him. He tried to shake the father's hand. The father shot him. Told him, I'm in fear for my life. Even when he's off duty. Even when your daughter brings the guy to the house to meet her father. So this is the third mistrial, right? Now, in order to have a mistrial, because this time it was 6-6, everybody can understand why the reasons to have a mistrial. But the problem with these jurors that we've seen over the last, I mean, really for decades, let's be honest, hundreds of years has been the same thing. But now you get to publicly see, because of technology and the internet, how you get the same group of jurors and you change the circumstances, they can convict for the same thing when it's a non-black person that they can't convict for if it was a white person. They can acquit somebody of a blatant crime that's on camera if it's a non-black person, and convict somebody if it's blatantly on camera if there's a black person. Same thing. And you know, this goes into the I need to follow the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law, depending on what the person who is the defendant looks like. And to say that there are no bias, or you trying to pick a jury that lacks bias, it's kind of weird when the prosecution and the defense picks the same exact jury. And what I mean by that is, say it's 12 people on a jury. Maybe it should be set up with 6 men, 6 women. You know, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. I get if you could throw Native American, you know what I'm saying, or and maybe Pacific Islander, right? If you can't do that, find 4 of the groups, 3 apiece. You can do that, but it doesn't skew the jury, because if it's actually about right and wrong in a crime, then right is right and wrong is wrong. But the problem with that is this: people are looking for convictions, so you need a majority group to convict or acquit at your discretion. So this is why I say you see people come together to convict somebody, and at the same time, people come together to acquit somebody. Now, the irony of it is, you see people acquitting people who are definitely guilty, and giving people a guilty verdict who are definitely innocent. So, who has the longest history of doing this? Caucasians. It is what it is. But let's change this in a sense. If there was a black cop whose daughter was dating a white guy, and he came and she brought him home to shake his hand, say how you doing, and the black cop shot the white dude, say, huh, thought you was reaching for something. Would it be a mistrial? No. Use that affluenza case. Black kid or Hispanic kid or Asian kid who's underage goes steal liquor out of a Walmart, speeds off, kills a few of his friends on the way home. Does he go free because his family's rich and he suffers from affluenza? No. If you see a kid who's non-black walking down the street at night from the store, and you're in your neighborhood and their neighborhood, and you follow them, get into a fight with them, and ultimately wind up killing them, if they're a non-black kid, Do you get acquitted for that if you're the person that does it? No. If a group of black officers roll up on a guy who's in front of a corner store selling loose cigarettes, and as a group wind up choking him to death on camera, do they get acquitted for that? And it was a white guy, an Italian guy. No. This is why I say it's such a thing as juror racism, because a lot of times these jurors and these juries are accomplices to either the crime that was committed or robbing somebody of justice or creating injustice. So that's just my opinion on it. I'm done. We out.